Further, Swamiji is saying in his book, Surrender, I have had to face quite a number of such episodes in my life. One of my brothers was in RSS. I am not aware whether he is still there. I had to go to Ahmednagar on some purpose. I am now placing before you the mode of my chintan called Samarpan Bhav. There, some of the RSS people came to invite me to perform their usual flag ceremony. Now, I was in fact carrying on the task advocated by Gandhiji. When some of my people came to know that I was going to perform the RSS flag ceremony, they resented my step as there was difference difference in their way of thinking and my way of thinking in regard to basic principle. I told them, you are not aware of my innermost feelings. Whom do I salute? Saffron color? This color denotes Vairagya. So I honored Vairagya by saluting this color. Which color do our sannyasis wear? It is the saffron color. In whatever light people might have taken my action, I only saluted the glory of Vairagya. Then people felt that as Hindus constitute a majority in the Congress as well as RSS, they did not pursue the matter further. The Muslim too had a liking for me. It was the Independence Day. People usually imitate such each other. They also invited me to unfurl their flag, green flag, with the moon and the star emblem. Pakistan had not then it came into existence. That was the Muslim League flag, but they all somehow loved me. I do not know why. It is all God's Leela. They invited me with love and affection, and I saluted the flag. This again raised some hue and cry as to why I should have saluted the Muslim League flag. I said, I have saluted greenery. Is this not mine? All greenery in this world is mine. Just as you create Shiv Linga as an imitation of Mount Kailash, they have also chosen green color for their flag. For it is difficult to find green foliage in the land where Islam was born. Moon bestows calmness and sun gives warmth. As cool and calm atmosphere instead of warmth is needed in a desert. So they have selected moon as their symbol and placed a star along with it. I have saluted the greenery, the moon and the star. Are these not mine? You want to associate all these things with other religions while I want to salute them all. That is the difference between your chintan and my chintan. If some Christians brother also invite me for similar purpose, I will go. But whatever I do is backed by reason and understanding, not through any compulsion or pressure. One who has offered all his actions at the feet of the Lord does not consider anything as his own or otherwise. But in practice, such an attitude is very difficult, as everyone tries to remain attached to his own society which serves his purpose and does not care for other. So Lord Krishna says, relinquish all religions, for these are the creation of man, as such full of blemishes. You give up all this discrimination, and whomsoever you salute, think that you are saluting to me. Then the saying, Smart ko nahi dosh gusain, becomes applicable. I only say that these are all the various colors of God, nothing more than that. In fact, these are the colors of nature. Greenery is the color of nature, and so is the color of fire. These are the colors of five elements of nature. These are the colors of five elements of nature and are, as such, acceptable to me. So I go on saluting them, but with rational understanding and not out of blind faith. Lord Krishna says further, perform actions while doing Chintan of the Lord. Perform actions while doing Chintan of the Lord. Chintan is also a kind of yoga and has its own advantages. You should know that if you are used to independent Chintan, you cannot fall. So many will advance their own arguments to shake you off from your personal convictions. Supposing you have resolved not to take meat and the decision has been taken after a good deal of thought. You are not against any meat eater or butcher, and if you have taken the decision to abstain from deep thought and chintan supported by your personal experience, you will not resort to meat eating despite numerous arguments advanced by meat eaters. A similar incident occurred in Gandhiji's life. Gandhiji says, I tried to eat meat as I had heard that meat gave lot of physical strength and that we were slaves as we do not take meat. Gandhiji says further, such apparently convincing arguments were advanced, but I got into the trap and did in fact eat a piece of meat. But then it appeared as if some innocent lambs was lamenting within me with its usual pitiful voice, meh, meh. The incident is narrated by Gandhiji in his autobiography, My Experiments with Truth. This created a strong commotion in Gandhiji's conscience. Gandhiji argued within himself, do you consider physical strength as the only strength? Is there no superior strength than this? Are you not aware of the soul power? You consider yourself an advocate of high philosophy. Does meat eating develop physical strength or spiritual strength? Since Gandhiji possessed a good and powerful conscience, he immediately heard the prompting of the inner voice of the soul saying, physical power is not the only power. There is yet another superior power known as spiritual power. There is no guarantee that meat eating develops soul power. Lovers of physical strength give the utmost importance to body. They eat and work to strengthen the body. Such people consider their body as their master, and these very people turn out to be inventors and tyrants in the world. The other type of people consider the body as their servant and assert that a servant cannot be a master. With this firm conviction, no amount of arguments in favor of meat eating will prevail, and such a person will not even take a small piece of meat, even though offered a substantial amount for doing so. He will say, I am quite convinced that meat does not add to spiritual strength. Such a person will not have blind faith. But remember, those intent on evil cannot resist evil. They have blind faith in evil doing. One has blind faith in milk, another has blind faith in wine and goes on drinking. He has no real understanding. Blind faith is therefore a big hurdle on the path of a devotee. Thank you. Continue tomorrow.